Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of TV Talk. In this episode, we are going to talk about superhero TV shows.
So our first show that we're going to talk about is Legends of Tomorrow, which airs on the CW Thursdays at 8. And Legends of Tomorrow can basically be considered DC's response to Marvel's Avengers, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all of that stuff that Marvel's got going on. And basically what Legends of Tomorrow is you have this Time Lord, Time Hunter named Rip Hunter, who's from the year 2148, somewhere long off in the future. And he wants to stop this immortal man named Vandal Savage from wreaking havoc all over the timeline. And to do this, he assembles a group of what he calls legends to help him. But the twist is these people were all picked because they don't really contribute anything to society. He basically tells them that they're a bunch of losers, not very nice, but then that just motivates them to change the world and do good things. This is part of the DC universe over on the CW, so it goes along with Arrow and The Flash. You'll see a lot of familiar faces if you watch those shows. You have Leonard Snart and Mick Rory, known as Captain Cold and Heatwave from The Flash. Hawkgirl, whom else am I forgetting? White Canary, The Atom, all sorts of people like that. It's different than S.H.I.E.L.D. and Arrow as far as it's got the time travel, futuristic element, but it's a lot of fun. It's really funny, lots of familiar faces, and lighthearted, something that the entire family can enjoy. So check that out, 8 o'clock Thursdays on the CW.
So speaking of CW shows, which you actually just mentioned, The Flash is another big superhero show. But the reason why I bring up The Flash is because coming up very, very soon is a crossover with Supergirl, which is on CBS. So this crossover will be premiering on March 28th on CBS, and basically it's going to be these two amazing superheroes, The Flash and Supergirl, coming together to fight bad guys. So The Flash and Supergirl are on two different universes, two different dimensions. They have nothing really to do with each other, but because The Flash has this incredible speed, he can actually break down the barrier and travel into a different world. So it's going to be really fun in terms of the shows themselves. The Flash has been renewed for a third season, yay. Supergirl, we're still waiting to hear on them, but I personally have no doubt that they will be renewed. It's a fantastic show, a lot of female empowerment, and it's really exciting. There's a lot of great storylines and arcs. It's a great show, so I have no doubt that it will be renewed for a new season.
So on the subject of female empowerment, we can take a journey on over to ABC, where they have their special limited series, Agent Carter. It just finished airing its second season, and basically this show follows Peggy Carter, who, if you are familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, she is the woman who's responsible for turning Steve Rogers into Captain America and making him the superhero we all know and love. So basically the show follows her after she has helped turn Steve Rogers into Captain America, and she comes back after losing him and has to try to readjust to society and her role in society. She's the only woman on a team of men. They treat her like the secretary. They don't really think that she has any purpose, but she's the best agent of them all. In the first season, she ends up helping Tony Stark's father, Howard, solve a big mystery and clear his name, which sets her up for the second season, where she goes to Los Angeles and has all kinds of wonderful adventures. There's a lot of female villains as well as female superheroes, which is really cool because, female empowerment. It's nice to see girls kicking butt. Yeah. It's great. And Agent Carter is also a really good binge watch because it's short. Each season is 8 episodes. And you also, it does have tie-ins to the Marvel movies and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and other stuff. But if you don't watch all of that, don't worry about it. You can still enjoy Agent Carter and appreciate it for the good show that it is.
So the next two superhero shows that we are going to talk about are a little bit different. They are Netflix superhero TV shows, and we are talking about Jessica Jones and Daredevil. The reason why we bring this up is because they are very, very different from The Flash, Arrow, all these different superhero shows that are out there on the cable networks. They are more grittier, they are darker, they have a different way of telling a story. It's just very much different, but they're doing very, very well. Jessica Jones has been renewed for a second season on Netflix, and Daredevil just actually released their second season, so you're able to catch up on them very, very quickly. The reason why we bring these two shows up is because Netflix is trying to do this incredible thing, doing this mini-series, which is going to be called The Defenders, which hopefully is going to be released in 2019, and it's big because it's going to be focused on these street-level heroes opposed to the stereotypical heroes that are fighting, all these crazy, powerful villains. This is all basic, everyday kind of crime. And Netflix has been doing such a good job creating these shows and making them very gritty, very dark. And it's both Jessica Jones and Daredevil have this potential for future crossover, and then later on going into the world of the Defenders. So you have lots of time to catch up on that. Both shows are incredible, and we look forward to seeing what Netflix does with the Defenders.
So the last show we're going to talk about is Gotham. This one is a little different because we've talked about a lot of superheroes, but Gotham tends to focus a little more on the supervillains. This airs on Fox Mondays at 8. It's basically the backstory for all of the Batman characters you're familiar with. You have Commissioner Jim Gordon, who in this iteration of it is a police officer who's working his way up through the levels of the Gotham Police Department. You have a young Bruce Wayne whose parents have just been killed and is becoming Batman. You have the Riddler, Hugo Strange, a little bit of a Joker-like character, kind of learning how all of these villains got to be so bad. Gotham, kind of relating to like the Daredevil and Jessica Jones, is a little darker. I wouldn't necessarily use the word gritty, but it is a darker kind of superhero show.
Yes, and I would definitely say that it's not such great television, but it is something that is out there. It's, I'm sure, fun to watch. So feel free to watch that when you would like.
So that does it for our wrap-up of superhero shows. But if you haven't gotten enough of superheroes just yet, Tribe Choices at the Movies will be doing a special episode talking about the new DC movie, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check that out. Keep an eye out for when it's going to be released. Also, don't forget to follow William and Mary TV on Twitter, Instagram, all of our social media accounts. Check out our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know the drill.
Yep, thanks for watching. Bye.